everyone, our lovely viewers, all our friends, professional family, LinkedIn family. I'm Dr. D. Once again, we are here just to talk about more about coaching. But prior to that, I would love to introduce Dr. Guthirendra Gautam. He's one person who has seen that epitome of success in terms of finance. He, being a global CFO, worked with multiple multinationals like Unilever, Max, Supermax, Al and of course Pepsi. However, there was something in him which we call a passion, a calling, purpose, and that is that purpose, that calling changed his entire roadmap in terms of from corporate to a person who is day and night transforming people's life. A person who was instrument to launch an IPO of maybe $300 billion. That is the worth of an IPO. And the same person sharing his wisdom, his knowledge, his framework in terms of the research he has done, PhD in terms of business management and human design. That whole transition was one of the most beautiful product for all of us. I'm one person who has taken a lot of input from that. But this is something I also feel passionate about when I talk about all such things in depth. So good afternoon, Dr. D, and very warm welcome to you. So happy to have you in the session in this afternoon.
Really great, Bharti. I think it's really great coming and talking to our audience on every Wednesday at 3 o'clock around, and we are getting really great feedback, and a lot of our viewers they talk to us and they are asking questions, and we are able to reach the people. That is our the purpose, how we can reach to the audience, how we can reach to the corporate peoples, the business leader, the executives, the managers who are they can somewhere they can add their value in their life, in their career, on in their business through our discussion by getting some of their answers of the question they are able to ask to us. So great having here again and talking to you, Bharti. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. D. And the best part is from platform of ICF, India Coaching Federation, the kind of a value is been shared by everyone is really fantastic because many things, every chat show, every talk show, all the leaders and the guests, every time I end up learning something new, I'm making my notes there. So it is, everyone says it, life is a learning, you learn every day. So this is what I feel good about India Coaching Federation. So, sir, there was something in my mind in terms of whenever I talk, see, you know that I have been into training for quite some time. However, after going through almost 6 months journey with you as a coachee, there's a lot of things I have learned about coaching. However, before that, I still remember, I'm just sharing a very live and a real example right now with you. When I applied for the coach award, the trainer award from ICF, it was launched, and you took my interview. And I still remember there was one CHR there. I'm forgetting the name. So two of you took my interview, and you asked, "So Bharti, do you feel you need coaching, or you will be going through for coaching?" And I said, no, I don't think, because after doing so much trainings and everything, I don't think I need coaching. But yes, of course, I'm getting a few mentors and they are giving some guidance. That was a very honest answer from the heart. I was not knowing what I was saying. But once I got introduced inside out in depth, I understood that how much I needed for myself. So that was the time when I could, throw out those, take those clouds out of my mind, what it is. However, for the benefit of viewers, I would once again would love to know what is that. core difference between training, coaching, and mentoring, how they go hand in hand, and how they add value to all these different roles.
I think a really great question, Bharti, you have asked, and for the people, uh, for the end user, it is very important to understand that coaching and training and even mentoring is all three different things. Unfortunately, some of the even coaches and trainers, they get confused while practicing their coaching and training assignment when they are engaging with their coachee or the client. See, I always say that training is all about skill development and competency building. Whatever you train to somebody, they are going to learn that thing. If you are going to train somebody on understanding finance, they are going to learn finance. If they are training them to learn swimming or singing, they will learn swimming and singing. So either you are building an skill to the people, or you are creating a competency in the people through your coaching, through your training part. When it comes to coaching, coaching is all about people transformation. It has nothing to do with the training initially, and I'm putting this word initially emphatically because later on we required that training part coming under coaching. So what we do, first in coaching, we assess the personality of the individual to understand their decision making, because every human being from morning to evening, they keep on doing only two things in entire of their life, in their job, in their career, in their business, or in their relationship, which is decision making. And there are a lot of people, they keep on saying that if you will keep on making the same decision what you have been doing in your entire life, you are going to get the same result in your future also. So you have to take a different decision. The question is that how you can take a different decision. If you are the same, your personality is the same, the personality through which you take decision is the same, you will not able to take a different decision. People have some confusion that by getting some kind of training, some kind of skill development, some kind of mentoring, they will able to transform their decision making. But that is wrong.
Hmm.
That is never happened, and that will never happen to anybody in this entire world, in any part of your life or your career or your business or in your relationship. The core of the decision making is your inbuilt personality. And unless you transform that personality, which comprises of your strength and weakness, your good and bad, your right and wrong, your likes and dislikes, on which you categorize, analyze, divide, calculate, and take decisions, it will not be a different decision maker person. So you need to be transforming your personality, then only you will be able to have a transformed decision making, and you will be having an improved process of decision making. And when your decision making improves, You have an opportunity to take better decision in your life, in your job, in your career, or in your business, and you will able to resolve the challenges, if any, you have in your life. Even you don't have any challenges, still by taking better decision, by coaching, proper coaching process, you are able to create a better life or a better career for you, or you can build up a better relationship with the people. So this is the fundamental difference between a coaching and a training. What happens ki while transforming the personality of the individual, when we start diagnosing the creation of the personality, how it has been created as a coach, then we identify lot of gaps, and that gaps can be somewhere in the nature of technical, functional, or some kind of soft skills also. Yes, at that stage, when you are transforming your personality, when you are transforming your leadership capability to become a CXO or a business leader, when you are planning to become a CFO or a bigger uh, leader in an organization, by coaching process you are able to discover your gaps also, and that gaps would require some kind of technical, functional, or kind of competencies relating to these skills and competencies to be there. But again, I'm saying that is very minimal. Primarily, it is all about transforming your decision making, making you a different person where you can take better decision, transform decision, and create a better future as a business leader, as a business owner, or as a corporate executive, whatever you are doing in your life and in your career. Training comes part at a later stage where some specific need is there to complement, to upgrade the skill. Some new technologies are coming. To that level, you need to upgrade the skills of the people. Little bit I will talk about mentoring. Mentoring is all about guidance, how you should shape up your career. Suppose you are having a mentor in your life. What is the role of a mentor? See, normally people in corporate, we have seen a lot of good organization. They have a mechanism of having mentors in their organization for the different level of managers. Even the many professional startup business owners, many of the people, they want to have their mentor. Who are these mentors? Mentors are basically the more experienced person in that particular area. Suppose I'm a finance manager, so I would like to keep my finance director or my supply chain director or my HR director or any director of my organization as one of my mentor. What that mentor is going to do, that mentor is going to guide you how to shape up your career to become a future business leader. What are the gaps are there, what are the things you should be doing. It is the role of the mentor who will be able to guide you what kind of coaching you should be able to attend. So whether you should go for a coaching, whether you should go for a training, whether you should go for a skill building, what kind of coach you should be able to identify, what are the competency you need to build up, what are the training you need to require. These are the help a person gets from his or her mentor, who is a more experienced person, who has created their own life based on their capability or based on their growth or experience in the organization. So they are in a better position to guide the junior level, the next level, managers and executive, and they can help them in growing and transforming their career. So basically, the role of the mentor is like guide who will be able to help you how you can create your future career as a business leader, and where and how, what kind of coaching, what kind of coach you should be able to engage, who should be able to transform your life, career, or business to make you a successful business leader. So this is the three basic fundamental difference between coaching, training, and mentoring is there. And all these three has a very different role to be played, and they are all vital. But nowadays coaching has started getting a very in-depth kind of uh, uh, role in building and transforming the career, life, and business of the leader. And one point I will say it and then I will conclude. When we talk about mentoring, when we talk about coaching, and when we talk about training, training and skill development are always unidimensional. If you are going to train finance, you are going to learn finance. If you are going to train IT, you are going to learn IT. So whatever you are going to train, you will be learning that. Coaching is the only process which is multidimensional, because it hits the primarily personality and decision making of the individual. So if you are able to transform your personality and decision making through your coaching process, it is going to create a multi-dimensional impact. It is going to help you taking better decision in your life also. It is going to help you better decision in your career also. It is going to have creating better relationship also, and it is going to create you better uh, business decisions wherever you are taking decision in the organization, as an employee or as a business leader or as a business owner in the organization. So coaching plays a multi-dimensional role. One process have wide impact in all areas of your life, career, business, and relationship. That's why it has become a great part of the people in their life, and almost everybody on this earth, I feel, they need to be coached, they need to be transformed, they need to be empowered. That's all I would like to share, Bharti, as far coaching and mentoring and training is concerned.
Thank you so much, Dr. D. It was such a detailed description, and it's very easy to understand because people they keep asking for such things, and I thought I must ask the way I used to think before. Now, when I talk about coaching, it's like you experience something, observe something, conceptualize it, and then probably get into either experimentation mode or maybe application mode. So it
Yeah,
is like before applying the learning, you observe your own self first.
right,
And then the conceptualization does not happen as per the book, what has been written in the big granth, the Gyan. It
right,
is for my personal need, your concept, same concept. I may conceptualize in a different way because it applies upon me in different way, and on somebody else it is different. However, the concept is same. The concept is same, but then
right.
as per the need analysis, you just let us know that this is what the way you are perceiving it, this is the way the whatever different things, and we learn that. Probably this has been understood across the globe. Especially I'm talking about the corporate sector. When we talk about corporate, I mean the time you were there in corporate, the time I was there in the corporate, you were at a huge big position. Probably I was not as big as you were. However, the corporate culture was same for all of us. So that time it was only the compliances. Now there's a paradigm shift in terms of thinking about employees, thinking about their business impact, thinking about their own personal growth. And when we think on these three things, definitely it is coaching which brings that internal transition. me shifting from A to Z. And I want your opinion how and why corporates, the big, huge, I'm talking about the quality corporates, I'm not talking the still those people who are just stuck with the compliances. I'm talking about the real good practices, maybe it is a small or a big. How is that they feel the impact would be on employees and why should they have this culture? Coaching as the integrated culture system for them.
I think again the really great question, Bharti. If I say in one line to answer this, I will just straightforward. I will say they don't have any other option. But let for the audience, I would like to elaborate it to make them more understandable. See, after a long time, see after second industrial revolution, World War Second, we are all corporates has started growing. Many of the company has become multi-billion, multi-location, multinationals, and all that. In recent last 8-10 years, they started realizing that the people who are working in the organizations are first an human being.
Absolutely.
Then they are an employee, or then they are a manager, or then they are a worker, or then they are a business leader. So as an employee or a business leader, whatever the challenge a normal human being have in their life, in their career, in their relationship, all the employee, irrespective of their position, profile, title, and role, are going to have that. It doesn't mean that if somebody is a CEO of the organization, he doesn't have problem with his life and his wife. It is going to happen. And I think research says the more you are financially free, your life and relationship challenges are 3 to 4 times more than the normal average people. And as you said that I have been working for 20 plus years in corporate at a very senior level. I am the witness. Even I was not immune. Even I used to have many problem in my life and relationship, and I have seen almost 100% of the people. I'm saying very responsibly, almost 100% of the people, they have life and relationship problems, which is very heavily impacting on their own career and their role as a business leader or a corporate executive in the organization. Yes, there are the places in factory you can automate your plant, you can bring robots to manufacture your goods, but still wherever human interventions are required, you need to deal with the people's prospect. And that's why there is a big transformation in the culture of the organizations are happening, where people are talking about creating a coaching culture in the organization. Each and every organization, when they start developing and growing, they create a culture. Basically, the culture is a framework where it is expected that the people in that organization will behave in certain way, they will respond in certain way when it is coming to managing the people to people in the organization. and that becomes the integral part of the culture. It is not only the leadership of the organization, but each and every employee in the organization has a role to play in creating that kind of organizational culture. And when that culture is start creating bigger and bigger, because organizations are becoming much bigger. When you are a 100 crore company, you have 100 peoples. There is no big organization culture was there. Organization culture was there, but big impact was not there. Now you are a multi-billion-dollar company. You are having thousands of people working. You have thousands of locations and nationality and country you are working. Here the role of a culture is there. And what started happening, that culture started creating the corporate politics, which further started distorting and disturbing the culture of the organization. And that is the reason all the great organization, they started believing that unless they transform this organizational culture with a stronger coaching culture, it will be very difficult to take their organization to the next level of growth, success, and profitability. Organizational culture, coaching culture is a very big topic. I think I will be sharing something more, Bharti, but I think we need to be continuing in our next session also, because there is a lot of things to be talked and discussed on this. There is a huge transformation are seen in the organization where India Coaching Federation, we are helping the organization to transform and build their coaching culture in the organization. It helps at the organizational level, it helps at the employee level, and it helps to create a winning culture at the global level in the company and the organization, where the company and the employee working in the organization start winning together. They win individually and they are winning together through this creating the world class coaching culture in their organization. And all the some of the research available to share about the people, how our team has noticed the improvement in the productivity of the organization, where we are able to implement a strong coaching culture. The first, we talk about the top line growth. We have been engaging with a company which is around 500 crore company. It is one of the multinational companies branch in India. Last 3 years, where the average industry is growing around 5 to 6% annual year on year growth, that company has achieved 17 to 18% annual average growth in their top line, in their revenue model. And that is not only double and triple than their competitor, they are becoming market leader. They are able to double their turnover just in 5 years. What they are able to grow their turnover in last 20 years of their India operation, in next 5 years they are able to double that. That is the strongest uh, achievement. They are able to do that. Two more things I would like to say. This, as I was saying to you, and in the first question, when your people get transformed, when your people get coached, their decision making transform, and their challenges in their life, in their career, in their business get transformed. and the person becomes a far better and bigger person of their own. You cannot imagine, when I was in talks with the CEO of the organization, he is a very experienced person. I asked him the question, sir, whenever your machine starts becoming old, or when you need to improve your productivity, what you do? He said that either we upgrade our machinery or we bring more advanced version of machinery who can double and triple the production capacity of the organization. I asked him, if I can help you doubling and tripling the performance of your people in the organization, can it be a better solution than that? And he was surprised. Initially, it was very difficult for him to digest, but when we produce 13% growth in first year, then he was surprised, because the maximum growth the company has able to achieve in their career is 8.5%. So just in near about doubling we are able to grow, and on an average the company has grown in last 3 years 16 to 17% year on year. That is the result of having a transformed people managing your business and organization. The two more point I will share and I will conclude, and next point we will cover in our next discussion. How it is not only able to improve their top line, they are able to improve their cost management, they are able to optimize their overall supply chain process, from buying to procurement to material management to material planning to production planning. Each and every stage they have seen a huge optimization in transforming their cost. And in a manufacturing organization, these are the cost counts around 70% of your revenue. On an average, in last 3 years, they are able to optimize their cost by around 1.7 to 2.3%. On an average, it is 2% cost optimization they are able to have their organization. And this cost optimization is directly adding to your bottom line. So your profitability, which was around 10 to 11% in last 6 7 years of their operation, they are able to grow 12 to 13% profitability in their bottom line. And their profitability also in absolute term is doubled by having a world class, strong coaching culture embedded in the organization, where people are getting transformed, people are getting upgraded, people are making advanced version of their themselves, who can produce better result like the advanced version of machines. They do it in a very different way. Still, the culture of the organization transform to adding value and empowering value in the life of the people they work together. And the research has proven it is the joy of collaborative work experience which makes a company a successful organization. It is not a strong leader, it is not a capable team, it is not your product, or it is not your service. How your employees are enjoying in your organization to work like celebration in the organization, and that creates the real value in transforming the corporates in the organization in improving the top line, improving the bottom line, optimizing the cost, how it is going to impact at other level of the organization, at the employee level. We will be able to take it in our next discussion, Bharti, because otherwise it will take long time. So that's why I just wanted to have it, by having a world class coaching culture in your organization, how you can double and triple your growth, your profitability, your people. And when I will talk about the people, how it is going to help all the employee, you will be surprised. The biggest problem this SME organization are facing is to retain their employee. Performance management, employee retention, business management, growing the top line and bottom line. These are the major challenges of this SME is the organization. By having a world-class coaching system, you are able to retain your peak performers, best performer in your organization. At the same time, you are able to create and transform all your average performer to a best performer in your organization. And that is going to really transform and grow your organization to make you a company, a world class company. Whatever you do, whatever the product, whatever the service you do, but empowering and transforming your organization will empower and transform your top line, your bottom line, your people, your process, your system, your business process. And it is a always beneficial in taking your company to next level of growth and profitability. Here I would like to conclude, Bharti, because already around 40 minutes we are talking. So any small further question you have, we can talk about that, or we can continue in our next session.
Thank you so much, Dr. D. And when you were talking about performance, productivity, and the company culture, me being a woman, I was just trying to in sync with me as a homemaker. How is my how much I walk the talk? How is my relationship? What kind of a harmonized family I have? Do I have a common goal wherein together we can work upon? If these roots are there, if this thoughts are very clear, the similar thought process goes in the organization also. It is not two different things. It is like
Very true.
human thought process, right? So
Yeah.
I was just thinking, yeah, it is so true that, if I'm ready to transform inside out, if I'm ready to uh, break the chrysalis,
Yeah.
100% if I can perform here well, I can perform there well. Otherwise, there is something called na khuda hai mein na visale sanam. So it will be that kind of a state wherein probably I won't get anything, neither family nor the professional growth. So to have that, it is the most thing wherein we work upon our own self and be ready to transform.
Yeah.
So that is what is mind learning, and thank you so much, Dr. D. Probably, uh, it was really wonderful, and there are certain questions have come into my mind, and I will be posting it to you, and we can have it in the next session. Wherein I would love to know. I'm not going getting into the discussion now, but little bit of ethical values in terms of relationship, which is uh, today's culture, because I'm
Yeah.
going through every third day and I see. I think we must keep one discussion on that also. So
Yeah.
that will
Yeah. Yeah. We will take it into our next session.
sure, sure,
We can talk on the relationship. Thanks a
sure.
lot. Thank you. Thank you having
Yeah.
here. Thank you.
Thank you
Bye
so much,
bye.
Dr. Thank you, viewers, and we love talking to you. And have a blessed weekend. And let's meet up next Thursday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wednesday, rather. Sorry.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.